This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code Socrates at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenrail radio playlist. zenrailclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone can podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. All right, so it's funny. I was going to save this for the podcast, like when it started, but I was telling Vish that we need to remain not like we need to remain a bit silent when we talk, because I know that if you're listening to this, there's like a lot of echoes, but that's going to be quite difficult because our first topic is Halo Infinite, which is an amazing game. We might get really excited when we talk about it, so we'll see. But okay, so Halo Infinite came out this week.
Yeah, actually it did, yeah.
It was this week, right?
I think it was this week. Yeah, it was this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this
okay,
week.
cool.
Yeah.
So Halo Infinite came out this week. We got the download. It's still in beta, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still in beta, and we've just been playing it. You've been playing it a lot more than me, but I'd say that first impressions, it really is the best shooter I've played. Like, you know, they said that. They were like, oh, like this is the best game ever, but you're like, okay, really?
Yeah.
Halo 5 was a 10 out of 10 though. That was amazing. But this one I would say is better than Halo 5. Yeah. Well, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's been a long time since I played. I mean, we had here and there playing Halo 5, but there hasn't been a new Halo.
Yeah, totally.
Since then. So it was really good. The multiplayer is really good.
Would you say it's better than Call of Duty?
Yeah. I find Halo more fun than Call of Duty.
I know, right? Like, there's something about like Call of Duty that's like, it's too real and too pressure sensitive. Especially Warzone, you're like, oh man, if I die once, it's over.
Yeah,
or like, even in the multiplayer, it's like still too quick. You know what I mean? It's like you're running and gunning, and then you don't see where they are. You just like fall over and die, and you're like, oh man, what the hell? Yeah. But I feel like with Halo, because of the colors and like the way the map's laid out, it's more geared towards just like a fun time. You know?
Yeah.
Especially like, all right, you haven't played Halo 5 in a while, but the skins. So like, I had like a pizza skin for my gun. Yeah. So it's like, it's more like comical, you know, like you're not really trying to like be some soldier out in the field trying to kill people, you know?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. There's something about the mechanics of Halo that just work really, really well.
It's the action. I feel like it's like the action where you can like jump in, shoot them up, jump out, wait for your shield to come back, and then you can jump back into action, you know? Whereas like Call of Duty, there's none of that. Like if you get like clipped, you're like, oh man, now I gotta find like a health pack to build back up, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like the annoying part about it. What do you think of the lack of boost? Oh, I guess, well, you haven't played Halo 5 in a while, but
no, yeah, I think that was the boost thing was the new, but like in this one, it's all, there's different types of special abilities, I guess, or like pickups, right? So you can pick up a grappling thing, and then, or you can have also the boost as well. There's other ones too.
Oh, they have the boost in there?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So one of them is a boost one too. So like either you're picking up a grappling one, a boost one, or like one of those shield ones, which nobody really uses as much.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they got rid of the boost.
No, it's there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
cool.
a boost. Yeah. Then there's one more was like a shield block thing. I think if a car is coming to you, you can use that. Or if someone is really close to you, you can.
I accidentally threw that on, but it did nothing. But I didn't know it was for vehicles.
It can be for vehicles, or it could be like someone is close to you. It'll bounce them back.
Okay.
Away from you. So I've been used on me.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I really like the what do you call that? The grappling hook.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel like friggin' Spider-Man. I thought when I got it, it was unlimited. Remember that? I was like, oh, I ran out. And you're like, yeah, there's a number. And I was like, oh, no, I didn't know that.
Well, that makes it things even, right? I think it works out.
Yeah, totally. Because if
Like,
it was
if you
like
keep
forever,
picking it up, then you could keep. I was using it, and it was like you can zip through the map.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
But it's not for everything though, eh? There are only certain parts of the area that you can hit with the grappling hook. Because I was in that one map where I got it, like in that. Do you remember it looked like almost like a Mexico style map? Remember that one? So I was trying to hit the very top because I was like, okay, I can swing to the top, but it wouldn't let me hook on. It was like a little lower, so I was like, okay, so it's not everywhere in the map. It's only like.
Yeah, I don't think it probably is like a height zone, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Like I don't think you can go like all the way to the top of.
That's what I thought. I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, sweet. Now I can just like camp.
I guess that'll be too. Once you're up there, it's gonna be hard to get you. I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I think maybe that's what they did. They're like, we don't want people to camp in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the drawbacks, the only drawback I would say of the game, actually, let me get into one more thing that I really liked about it: the fluidity. So like in Halo 5, the pistol was like. It's like bang, wait, bang, wait, bang, wait, right? Like there was like a time for it. So like you kind of had to learn how to time your shots so that you can like almost rapid fire, but not really.
Right.
But then when I was using the pistol for this one, it's like it's as fast as you pull the triggers, as fast as the gun's gonna shoot. And I was like, that's amazing. It's way better. It's way more fluid.
Yeah.
And like same with the sword, because like how before it'd be like you'd slice with the sword and then there'd be like a 2-second delay. But now it's like you can slice, keep going, right? And I really like that they added that fluidity. But it almost feels like, I don't know if it feels like cheaper, but it's also good. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you can just go on a killing spree if you have that sword now, just like, because it's so fast. If there's like 10 dudes, you're just like cut right through them. Whereas before it'd be like kill one, then there's like a slight delay so they can still shoot you, and then you have to go to the next one. Yeah,
I think they did probably like other things to mitigate that kind of stuff. So I don't know, like there's different types of now grenades and things in there.
Okay. Cool.
So that will I forgot one of them is like a lightning one, or it just sticks to you. Like if you're close to it, there's like it'll continue to damage you if you're not near it. So it's like there's other things that probably trying to level off, and we'll see if things
right. Some things are too OP, and then they're like bring it down. Yeah, totally. Yeah. As time progresses, another thing that I find. Okay, so that's what I liked about it. Is there anything else that you want to highlight that you really liked about the game?
I like that it's free to play.
Oh yeah, true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's like the most obvious one. It's like I like how you can go from like PC to Xbox to like the older Xbox to the newer Xbox. Like it's like 3 platforms. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Being cross-platform is good because I'm playing on the PC
and I'm playing on the Xbox, so it's amazing. And it's not even the new Xbox; it's like the one before the newest one.
Yeah, Xbox One. That's what it's called.
Yeah. And it's cool because like you also don't need live, which was so annoying about before.
Right.
Like you have to like purchase subscription packages. Oh, maybe I should just cancel that online subscription now. Because you don't need.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I was going to play like Halo 5, but I'm like, no, I'm never jumping back on Halo 5.
Yeah, no, why would you?
Yeah, why would you? Yeah, it's way better.
It's all right. Yeah, basically.
But I was surprised that even after all this time, like, because Call of Duty and all that stuff, when I was playing Halo 5 before the release of this one, there was still so many people playing.
Yeah, Halo is a very very popular game.
Yeah. And it reminds me of like when we were talking about StarCraft and how people still play those ones. I feel like if you invested a lot of time in Halo 5, you'd probably still be playing that one. You know what I mean? Because like there's some like skins that are really difficult to get, so like if you get them, it's sort of like our talk about NFTs. It's like once the server's done, it's like, well, what's the point?
Well, then if a lot of people are shifting over anyways, it's like you're going to end up having to shift over too.
Yeah, because everyone's playing it. It's like, I do like how you can customize. I haven't really gotten into it as much, but like how you can customize your character more in-depthly than before. Because before it was like the full package, right? You get you can only get like armor and helmet, right? But now it's like you get little pieces of the armor and like, belts and stuff. I still have to look at the purchasable, like, because you have the battle pass. Yeah. So they kind of copied Call of Duty in that way, where it's like, or I guess Fortnite did that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free to like any free. A lot of the free to plays are having the battle pass stuff. That's how you technically paying for the game.
Right.
If you want the battle pass.
And like, with Call of Duty, it was cool because you can get like different skins. So I'm gonna look at Halo's version of that and see if there's any like one-time purchase skins that look really cool. Maybe I'll pick like I saw the samurai one, but I also kind of feel like, why am I a samurai in a Halo time? It's kind of weird, you know.
It just looks cool.
It looks cool, but it's also like you know.
Yeah.
I saw the one where like he has the swords on his belt, and that's pretty cool. I might pick that one up. But anyways, yeah, that's how they make their money. I mean, you could also just play it straight up and not have to purchase any of that stuff.
Yeah, because they're all just cosmetics, right? They're not really
they're not changing
the game.
anything about the game, and you also can't see your character, so it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know. I also like the old Halo, like the Master Chief look. So like, yeah, I don't know. They just added that in as a way to like make money and stuff. Yeah. One thing. Okay, so now let's go with things we don't really like. So I don't really like how it's not red and blue. That kind of pisses me off.
Well, they do. It's like an over.
Yeah. So I was gonna say
you can change that color.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Go ahead. Explain your thing, and I'll
So in Halo 5, all the other Halos, it's always red versus blue.
Yeah.
Right. But now it's like your custom guy will look like that. So now you kind of have like this red overlay on
like a glow.
bad characters. It's like a glow, yeah. And it's like that kind of gets annoying because like I saw you and I was like starting to shoot you and I was like, wait, that's not a bad guy, because like you're in the dogfight, right? So you're like going as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you have to look. Whereas before, it's like, okay, just shoot all the reds.
Yeah.
You know, or shoot all the blues.
Right.
It makes it so evident, you know. Now they don't have that. It's kind of annoying. But that yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I did notice that. It's like someone was blue, but then it's
because the way they're colored, and you're like, oh man, like now I have to really look for the glow, not really like the.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe that's a way to make it. If you purchase a custom skin,
everyone's gonna. Yeah, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're gonna see the skin. I guess that's probably the purpose of it.
Because before with Halo 5 and all the other Halos, like it didn't matter what color you chose your guy to be, because it's going to be red or blue.
Yeah.
So it's like if you made your guy all black, it's like, well, you're going to be blue in the game. So, you know, it's
I think
like
only in
kind of pointless.
It may have been only in like the
Slayer, like
the big battle thing.
Oh, where they kept
yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't remember the old one.
Yeah, so the old one, it's only if it's free for all that you get to keep your color.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so every man for himself. It's like,
that makes sense.
But like, who really plays that? That's kind of annoying. Like, not into that.
So I don't mind it, actually. Yeah, I mean, everyone's in the same page in that sense, right?
Wait, you're talking about the colors?
Yeah. Like if
you get to be your own colors?
Yeah, but like, I mean, when you make a mistake, it's like everyone's in the same.
But it's like, it's just something I got to get used to.
Yeah, of course. And you can change that. I don't know if I guess you could do it. I don't know if you could do it before, but you can change the glow too, right? Like which one is more better for your eyes. So it doesn't have to be red.
Oh, that's cool. That's new.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the glow's new. So
yeah, so you can change it to
like yellow or something.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Well, at least I know I can do it on the PC. I don't know about.
Oh, Xbox. Yeah, true.
Because I don't have first experience on that.
So the only other thing I would say that I really don't like about this is my biggest gripe with the whole game is that you can't choose your game type.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this during the week. I really think it's only for now because it's still in beta. I really think that they're trying to work out all the bugs, and then once they're like, okay, all the bugs are gone, let's certify it gold or platinum. What's the certified gold?
No, it's just gold. Yeah, gone gold.
Yeah, gone gold. So once it's gone gold, then I think that they'll make it like you could choose whatever you want. You could still play like custom like games.
Yes,
but you like also have to gather people to play those custom games.
Of course, yeah.
Because I thought I figured it out. I was like, oh, I just click on this thing, but then it put me in a map all by myself, and I was like, oh, okay. Like it's like if you and your friends only want to play Slayer, then you gotta like LAN parties kind of thing, you know, but not really LAN anymore. But
yeah,
that's my only gripe. I mean, you don't seem to have a problem with it.
No, but, I do like the randomness of it.
Yeah. I don't know. Because like some games I just don't care about. Like the skull one, I'm like, oh man, gotta grab the skull, hold the skull. It's like, the King of the Hill one's cool, only because it's like still about shooting, but
that's the one with like
the zones,
holding the grounds.
Yeah. That one's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's sort of like that's a Call of Duty one. Remember, capture the flag or something, the flags or something. Remember we had to go like zone to zone?
Yeah, it's zone to zone thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was called. Capture the flag is different.
Yeah, you have to actually grab the flag and bring it back. Yeah, I don't know. There's some games I just don't care about, but hopefully once it goes gold, we don't have to deal with that anymore. We just play like whatever it is we want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about Halo?
It was really good.
The Halo show's coming out.
Yeah, they had a teaser, not really showing much. But
yeah, do you see it finally or no?
Yeah.
It was like,
it's like 20 seconds, right?
Yeah. And it's like his scarred back and like then it shows the helmet and the 117.
Yeah, but it's not showing much.
Yeah. That's true. It could be trash. Who knows?
Yeah.
Is there a story for this one or no?
Yeah, the campaign is coming out. That'll be on actual date of the release.
Oh, it hasn't. Oh, it's like a soft launch. This is a soft launch?
This is just for the multiplayer.
Okay, so when is the full release of the game?
I think December 7th or 8th.
Oh, that's like pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hoping that on December 7th we can choose our own.
I don't think so.
We'll see. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You're saying no?
No, it's staying the same.
Really?
Yeah, it's staying the same.
That's kind of annoying. It's like a drawback for me. I'm like,
that's fine.
Because like if you want to play like a quick game, you know what I mean? Because I'm not really on it as much. I'm just like, okay, I got like 10 minutes. Let me kill 10 minutes. So like you want to play Slayer, which is pretty fast, but if you're doing like the skull one, that could take forever. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some games are just longer, which is annoying.
Sure.
Isn't there a cap still where it's like 12 minutes?
For any game?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember like with when you're playing Halo 5, it's like 12-minute match or first to 50.
Yeah, I guess it's the same thing.
There's a time limit when you're playing the game?
Yeah, there's a time limit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
so that's good. So then maximum time it'll be is like...
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So Halo or Call of Duty?
No, Halo, of course.
Halo, yeah.
Like,
all time.
This is...
No, but remember like...
I mean, the reason I bought even the original, not the original, but the Xbox One, I only bought that for Halo 5. So that tells you already what I think about Halo.
But remember like there's all those battles between like Halo versus Call of Duty, like which is the better multiplayer, and like people were like, oh, I like the realism of Call of Duty. I'm like, oh. Like when you guys were into it, I was like, oh, I don't really want to... I really like the comical nature of Halo, but...
Well, no, it's just that there wasn't a new Halo. Like that was the problem, right? That
yeah.
It was just like now there's a new Halo. It does
take a long time for them to like launch stuff.
Yeah, is a whole, I think, a reset of the whole... They have to structure the whole game again. So when you do that, it takes like many years. You know what's funny? Remember when we watched the Xbox launch? Yes. And then when we saw this Halo, we were like, oh, it looks like trash. Like the campaign looks... No, remember they were like doing the big battle? Okay, yeah. Yeah, and we were both like, oh, the graphics are trash. And like... It wasn't a big battle. Like, no, that was a campaign thing. No, what? It was a car, because they were showing us like cars, and then he was doing the grappling hook from the Banshee. Yeah. And he was killing off aliens, right? I don't remember. Yeah, it was a campaign thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. So it looked trash, and we were like, I don't know if I'm into this. But then, like, getting into it, like, I guess because they didn't have the multiplayer out yet. At that time, they were just showing off the campaign. And the old, like it was like a open world thing. Yeah, it seemed like huge, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that was a campaign thing. Oh, okay. The but we were like, oh, the graphics look pretty like trash. Right? Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah, they got but I think hammered on it. Yeah, but I think that, you know, those are like first concepts or whatever. Like when you play this game, it's really good. Yeah, no, but graphics are really nice. Yeah, no, but I think it was, if you're trying to show off, like something for the first time, you want to show it off at its best. Right. And that wasn't the best. Okay, yeah, true. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you saw the original trailer and you were like kind of skeptical, like we were, like the new one, especially on your computer, it looks really good. Yeah, and I think those are just medium settings. I think they were. Don't even really high. Oh man, you should try it high. That'd be so sick. Yeah. Oh, although the sad part about this is we tried to stream it, but it's just too much for one computer. But you're saying like streamers, they have two computers. Yeah, generally, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought it was all like off one. The same way we were doing it, that's why I preferred it with the console connecting it, then because the game is running on another device. Right. the streaming processing and capturing is done on another device, right? So it doesn't have to. It won't boggle the RAM usage or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like it would work fine.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you won't be getting to watch us play this game, but know that we're playing it and it's amazing. We tried yesterday, but we had to delete that one because the lag was crazy. Like it was like too much like not even jitteriness. It just like skipped scenes.
Maybe eventually
altogether.
if I get an Xbox.
Oh yeah. They're pretty cheap now, I guess, like $200. But yeah, but for one game, it's like you're also free. You know, it's like you're also using the controller already, so it's like I don't know. I just see no point in.
At this point, I don't see it. I need a
you have the controller.
The only reason I got even Xbox One was for Halo, and Halo was only on that system, and now I don't have to.
Exactly,
because
they put it on computer, and it's like, oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I do like that they opened it up to that. Although there was Halo before on computer, like people were playing
they did release those things. Yeah, I used to play in school. Like we would do LAN parties and do that. Yeah.
But the only thing is it wasn't cross-platform. No. So like if you're a computer, you're only playing with computer people. So that is the cool part now. It's like you don't need a specific system in order to play with other people. Although I think this is definitely where we're headed in the future, and I think these are just the stepping stones. Like what we see now is just a taste of what's to come. I think you might only see like one system in the future. I really think so. Like a computer plus like one system.
Well, the only there was one issue, which was a lot of people were talking about, which was it's the battle pass progression.
Oh, okay. What about it?
Because you're not getting XP. So this might change. So you're not getting XP for how well you do in a game.
Okay.
You're getting XP based on finishing those objectives.
Wait. How can you think that'll change, but you don't think the randomization will change?
Because Battle Pass XP makes more sense for it to be changed, just because it's not.
But like
doesn't work. There's no like.
But randomization
objective to like how well to do in a game.
Oh, you're just trying to complete the tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like okay, whatever.
But
that actually makes it way better.
But they're already talking about like they're gonna probably change it. Like this is something that a lot of people.
So wait, hold on. Am I the only one that doesn't like that you can't select the game?
I don't want to say you're the only one.
Because like you're talking about like.
But I didn't see that as a big thing.
But see, so you're like talking about the battle pass progression, right?
Yeah.
To me, I'm like that's actually way better because I don't have to do good in the game. I just need to accomplish my task. So it's like you could suck at Halo, but you're still leveling up.
No, because it's I guess for any free to play, they haven't done it like this
before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that like there's reasons where I see that they can change that.
I suppose. Well, I mean, but also free to play, like they've also never done a randomization before.
Well, I mean, free to play generally was what do you call like
Warzone or something like that. Like just one style of game.
Yeah, which I forgot what Battle Royale thing.
Yeah,
that's
typically,
what it was.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. So it's like I feel like they've got it makes no sense to me that they would keep randomization on.
I think they will.
But I mean, but also
for me, it makes more sense. But I think the Battle Pass change makes sense to me.
But so that's a flip side. For me, it makes no sense that you're not going to change randomization. But the Battle Pass thing is like that makes sense because it's just you're just
no. So what I mean by that is like so you're playing oddball, right?
Yeah,
and you don't care about holding the ball.
Okay.
You just want to kill people.
Totally.
But the one who is holding the ball is the one going to get more XP.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
No. Which isn't what's happening.
Okay, so what?
That's why I said it's going to change to like something like that.
Okay, why?
Then you have an objective to actually want to grab the ball.
But wouldn't they just make that an objective, like grab the ball?
No.
So okay, right, give me a task, a daily task. Like give me a salient example of what you're trying to say.
So there's different types of tasks, right?
Okay, so like what is a task?
So one of them could have been, as you just said, play an oddball game. That's just one, right? Okay. But then there's also ones like get kills from using a mangler gun.
Okay.
Right? Or like get kills from this vehicle.
Okay.
But like the vehicle thing, I'm playing in now Big Battle to try to get the vehicle.
Okay.
you can't do that in the normal quick play, right?
Yeah.
So like that's the only way to progress. But
that's what I'm saying. It's forcing you, but that's what I think it is. I think it's forcing you to figure out the bugs. That's why they're doing random. That's why they're making you do those specific tasks to force you into those things until launch day when they're like, it's gold. You don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think the type of match you want to play. It might change later. No, but I just don't think it's going to change yet.
But the type of match. So like, okay, so you have like 5 games, right? But if everyone's flocking to one game, how can you debug the other 4 games? You need to force people to play those games in order to debug it. Sure.
Right? Yeah, no, I get that.
So...
But I don't think they're going to change that. I think it's going to be always random.
But with the Battle Pass one, it's like... But they're doing the same trick there. That's why you don't like it. Because you're like... You just need to accomplish the task, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't actually need to do anything else. Mm-hmm. But you're like, I need to play the big battle to get the vehicle.
Yeah, to try and find the vehicle.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's forcing you to debug it for them because now more people are flocking to the big battle.
No. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, there's no incentive. Even like Slayer. Okay, you're a top player, but you're not getting any extra XP for that.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's like, but that's not the point, right? It's like. I really think it's a debugging process right now. That's
I don't
why
think
it's
so.
like...
I don't know. This is late in the game. It's not.
No, but it's not launched yet.
It's launched in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, but...
Or just over 2 weeks.
But you can still debug it. No, but like Cyberpunk's a great example of that. They launched the game while it was bugged.
No, I know. I'm saying they already did a beta test, right? They did an earlier beta test. No, they already did an earlier one.
Right, but now... Yeah. But that was only with like... Okay, so you do a small beta test with... Like X
I forgot. I read why they said it was still in beta. Okay. I don't remember it necessarily. I can't remember what it was, but I don't think it was what we're talking about.
Debugging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's gonna go on anyways. You're always good at debugging, but
totally.
It was more about I think just handling players.
Right. Yeah. But handling player. But that's why I'm saying you're like, oh, it was already in beta. It's like they let a few players in, and then now they're adding more players, right? But it's still beta because you're like, oh, how is it going to handle more players?
I think in the beta, in a sense, it's probably including all that, like how the battle pass thing works out. Like I think these are all part of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like no. What I mean is like to get where they fix the battle pass too, or like getting XP. They're already talking about that.
But also
changing
like,
those things.
Yeah, what people like, what they don't like, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying like, to me, it makes no sense to have constant randomization. But you're like. But why would? But
I don't see that as a complaint. So I haven't seen that as a complaint.
Right. So that's what I'm asking you. Am I the only one that's complaining?
That's what I said. Like I don't know if you're the only one, but I haven't seen it like it's like a big thing. Like it's like a top thing. I see the top thing like the battle pass stuff. That was like just jump to the top of the news.
Well, all right, maybe because people are spending money on it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like
sure
you need to fix the thing that people are spending money on first.
Yeah, but there wasn't any like talk about this randomization thing. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you might find it, but I didn't see it like anywhere there
as a top thing. Yeah. Maybe because they're just like so happy that Halo's already out.
Yeah, and it's still it just was like a few days. So let's see.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like you don't see it as a thing. I'm like, but to me it seems like an obvious thing to not be able to select. Like you've been doing that.
Yeah.
Since
what I'm saying is like I haven't had an issue with it, right? So
right.
That's why.
But you're having an issue with the battle pass.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying that on the flip side, I wouldn't see any problem with that. It's just like, okay.
No, for me, actually, it's not. I say that was a complaint that people were talking about, battle pass thing.
Okay.
Right.
So it's not even your complaint.
No, not necessarily my complaint. Okay. It's just I see what they're trying to say.
Okay.
I see what they're trying to say about the complaint, but that was the only like the major thing that was really talked about.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense because people are paying for it, so it's like you have to fix the thing that you're spending money on.
Yeah.
Like it's like if they're like, well, you don't like randomization, it's like, dude, it's free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, what I'm saying is like a chief principle of the game is you've always been able to select your game.
Sure. Yeah. But you bought the game
since
before,
day one.
Right? Yeah.
Right, but that's why you have to fix the battle pass first because people are actually paying money for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the only reason why it's like the most trending one. I'm sure other people are pissed that you can't choose the other game. Randomization.
I'm sure. Yeah. There's probably, but I don't think it's.
No, of course.
It didn't go to the top, but it may be there.
Because it's.
I haven't looked it up per se.
Because they're not spending money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's like it's free, so it's like who cares if you don't like it? It's free.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is, I think when it's gold, I think that they're just gonna let you select, because it's been in their lineage forever. They've always let you select. So it's like, it was weird to me that you couldn't select the game. My only rationale is like, you're just debugging it.
Yeah, they might. Because the only options were like what, quick play.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's like
big team battle or ranked. I think that was the only like.
Yeah, and in ranked, it's still randomized, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So before, ranked was like, because if you want to rank up in one specific thing, like you want to become like the best in Slayer, right? Because you want to fight better people, you need to only select that game so you can rank into it. Because that's what I mean.
If
right?
you're already getting ranked to a specific whatever you are,
or is it a general? Because like in Halo 5, it's like the ranked one is like, it depends on the game. So like if you like Capture the Flag, you can be like a level 20 in Capture the Flag, but a level 2 in Slayer. So it matches you according to the people that, according to the game.
So
that you're playing.
Far I've only played 2 ranked matches, and they were, one was Capture the Flag and one was like holding your ground.
And is it 2 different ranks you get, or is it 1 rank for both?
No, I think it's all 1.
Yeah, see, that makes no sense to me, because then it's like, so what if you suck at Capture the Flag, but you're really good at Slayer, but you still have level 20 and it's pushing you with level 20 players for Capture the Flag? Makes no sense. You see what I'm saying now? Yeah. It's like the whole purpose of ranked is to put you with your people in that game at that level. But if you can't select your game, it's like, how do you fix that?
I guess it's your like average rank, right?
But then
overall
it's like,
rank.
But then you get crushed in other games, you know? It's like, oh, I suck at. So then you have to be like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's why I feel like it's like, it makes no sense to me. Yeah. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Overall, I think the ability for people to jump in the game, like, I mean, cross-platform wise, like, you can absorb a lot of people, like, and the fact that it's free, I don't know why people aren't playing this more. I was telling all my cousins, like, you guys got to play this game. It's so sick. Yeah. But they also haven't grown up with Halo. Maybe it's a nostalgia feel too for us, you know, like.
For us, yeah. I mean, yeah, we grew up with that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I still remember when it was like, I was picking my first system was like Sega, but I don't count that. My first system was PlayStation, but then that Xbox wasn't out yet. But when they were doing PS2 versus Xbox, it's like Master Chief really did sway my decision. Even though I knew there were more games I wanted to play on PS2, I was like, I gotta go Xbox, because like Master Chief's the best.
Yeah.
They really hit it out of the park with that guy. It's like their mascot, you know, like Nintendo.
Yeah, it's synonymous with Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, who else do you have for Xbox? Like, think of like your prime character. Nobody else.
Yeah, I don't think of anybody else other than Halo.
Right, Master well, who's the prime character for PlayStation? Who would it be?
PlayStation has so many first parties, though,
I know,
right? So it's like
who would it be?
There's a lot of different things it can be. That's like, why you have they have a bigger audience, right?
Yeah, true. I think of Nintendo.
So people, there's like
Mario.
There's like people that like God of War, or there's Uncharted. Like, these are huge things.
Uncharted,
but they're like a vast like it's a variety of types of people.
Yeah, I would say if you're a serious gamer, you gotta go PS5. Like, it makes no sense, because the games are gonna be way better. Like, Xbox is only if you want to play casually in one game, you know?
Yeah.
Which is Halo. Like, I don't like, what else is Xbox dropping that's amazing?
I mean, they have other ones, but there's like, for me, there's no real connection to those other games. Like, Gears of War, or was it Fable? Was it for them? Oh,
yeah, but they don't do that anymore. That was amazing, though. I really like that.
Did they not? I thought I saw a trailer for Fable.
Oh, really?
I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that.
Fable was a good game, but after Fable 2, it just got trash. I was like, you guys are getting weird. Yeah, Fable 1 was amazing. I love that game.
Never played. So.
Yeah. And Fable 2, it started to get a little, because they were, I think they realized that like open world was where it's at, and they just like said screw the story. But Fable 1 had an amazing story. Like, you were like it turns out, like, I mean, spoiler alert, it's been so many years, but it turns out that the one who taught you is actually the evil one. So like, you spend this whole time becoming this hero, and like, you join a guild of heroes, and then your main teacher, like, you're building up that your like persona or whatever, and then at the end of the game you find out that he's the evil person. So it was like a cool twist. But then Fable 2 was like, I don't even remember. It was just like live in the world basically.
Okay.
There's no like gripping story, you know. They just went with like open world because like, oh, people like this.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of games where like something like Fortnite made Battle Royale big.
Oh yeah.
Then they all
true.
wanted
Forgot
to
about
try
that.
to copy that, right?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
at least Halo didn't do a battle like
that would have been annoying.
yeah, like
you're
if
just
they made a
copying
battle
everyone
royale,
does.
it'd be weird. It doesn't
Yeah.
fit. It doesn't fit Halo.
True. Yeah.
So at least they stuck to their originality.
Yeah, for sure. Do you see Naruto's in Fortnite?
Yeah,
But I find it so weird because like the controls don't change. You're just getting skins.
it's skins.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
who cares? You're not actually playing as Naruto. He's got no like unlockable skill. He's not gonna throw like he's not gonna become a giant demon
No.
fox.
It's just about
Skin,
cosmetics here.
Yeah. And that's really what their angle is now. They're like has come to Fortnite, but you've
Well,
only
like no one
purchased
has, like the other battle royales. They're all similar in the sense like Warzone is similar to Apex. It's just gun shooting, right?
Yeah.
But no one's done something like Fortnite has its own originality with building and stuff.
Yeah,
that is
true.
something that's not been done
True, yeah.
from other games, right?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, they have such a huge audience that if they keep bringing out with these skins and stuff, because I think they even had like I think Sony stuff in there too, like
Yeah. I think they even had like NBA stars.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
LeBron James, I think.
I think so. Yeah. When
It's weird.
yeah, so they can just do anything, and
People just love it.
yeah,
But speaking of originality, I would say that Halo is extremely original because they just released their multiplayer for free.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like it's not just one type. You know, with Call of Duty, it's like Warzone only is free, but like the other versions of the game are not free. The other multiplayers, you still have to buy it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think
Well, yeah. I mean, for them, that's where their money is in the normal multiplayers, the small map multiplayers, right? Like
yeah, exactly.
Warzone was
Yeah.
free because then you can do the battle pass and stuff. So this one is free with the battle. Well, you can spend it on battle pass if you don't have to, but then you
to
have
actually
all
play the game. Yeah, all the
normal
other
games.
parts of the game. Yeah.
It's just the only thing that you had to pay for would be the campaign.
But who cares? Like,
No, but yeah, that's
No, I know,
how
it's
they're
like-
doing it, right? So like most people gravitate towards the multiplayer. I don't even think they finished the Halo campaigns,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Pretty long. Anyways,
Yeah.
so it's like we'll make the multiplayer free, and then if
That was
you
like
want
Call
the
of Duty.
campaign, you can pay for the game.
That was like Call of Duty. I've never played the campaign for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like you just
But
get
they
it from
always
the
spend
multiplayer.
money on making a campaign.
Yeah, but isn't there like Call of Duty like every single year too? It's like
Yeah, this a new one just came out, I think.
oh really?
Call of
Oh.
Duty Vanguard, I think. I don't even know what that is.
And that's the annoying part of Call of Duty. It's like you purchase not only like one every year, but you also have to get the updates. And it's just like, oh my God. Remember when you try and like stream those? It would take forever because it's like, oh, the new map came out and it's like a 2-hour download. You're like, oh my God, again. And then I tried to download the multiplayer only and I was trying to play multiplayer, but it's like you're missing a pack and it's like, oh my God, like too many hoops you gotta jump through. I was like, nah.
Yeah, it was a bit annoying, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's why I like the Halo. It's very like streamlined.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
really
it's not
good.
like well, he's not yet, but it was not like Call of Duty is like 100 gigs just for
yeah, that's
for
annoying.
Warzone. So it's like
How big is this one?
at least on my computer when I was downloading, it was like 28 megabytes or gigabytes or not megabytes.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, that's like
quarter
reasonable.
of that,
Yeah.
and it'll
why
probably
was it,
go
like,
bigger.
hundreds? Why was PlayStation like hundreds? It made no sense.
But I don't know. It's just
The
Call of
map
Duty.
was so big, or
I don't know. It's Call of Duty. I guess it's how you build a game, right? Based on whatever architecture.
like not efficient in their coding or whatever.
Can be, yeah. I don't really know like whatever their mechanics and stuff. Like they're adding so many things into the game that
Yeah.
it's just too big of a file. Like that was a complaint. Like this
Isn't
is
it
just too
weird
big.
that like the reason why it's like 28 gigs or whatever is it's just lines of code? It's just 28 gigs worth of lines of code.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a mind blow. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a bunch of like if then statements and like it's like, I don't know. It's just very odd to think about that. It's like
the ones and zeros.
Yeah, like
really
binary.
Yeah.
Weird. But like it like transforms its way into like visual mediums. That's real like magic right there.
Mm-hmm.
You turn like a bunch of ones. Like if you open actually you can do it on your computer right now. Like if you open a browser and you look for source code, and then you can like see the code of the page you're currently on.
Yeah.
That's so trippy too, because it's like we're visually seeing this thing, but like we don't realize that behind the scenes it's like code.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like atoms in the universe.
Right.
Like we're seeing like a physical level that you and I see, but like at its molecular level, it's like just atoms.
Mm-hmm.
So trippy. Anyways, is there anything else?
Yeah, no, great.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. Download this right now. Play. So next thing is Cowboy Bebop came out. I know you didn't watch it yet, but what I wanted to get to was how ridiculous like live actions are. I've never seen a good live action
I was about
adaptation.
to say that, I don't think there's been a good
Oh my god.
any adaptation of a live action from anime.
The first 10 minutes of the Cowboy Bebop live action is really good. No, not 10 minutes. It's more like, it's about 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes is amazing.
Okay.
That's why I like told your brother, I was like, dude, you gotta watch this. It's so sick. But then like, if you continue to watch, it's like, oh man, it's not good at all. It's like very, I don't know. It's, you can't adapt an anime for live action.
Yeah.
I mean, or even like cartoon to live action. The only one I've ever seen that's really good is maybe Cruella, but that's technically not really.
It's its own thing, right? It's a bit different.
Yeah. I mean, but they converted cartoon to live action, so it's like it kind of, but like not really. Remember the Dragon Ball live action was bad. No, sorry. I take that back. The only live action that I saw that was really good is the Kenshin one. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, dude, it's like, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But for that one, it's because I don't even know why it's so good. The character choice, I guess it's simpler because it's just samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, you can adapt it. Whereas like Cowboy Bebop, you're in like space, and then like the graphics look so weird because it looks so ridiculous that you're trying to make a spaceship with a low budget Netflix film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It looks low budget. I like David Cho though. Cool guy.
Yeah.
No, not David Cho. David Cho?
I don't know his actual name. I don't know.
I think it's David Cho. David Chang is the restaurant owner.
Oh, okay. Then maybe.
I think that's what I'm trying to get mixed up. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so sad. Can you name anything that you've seen that's a really good live action adaptation?
No, I can't think of anything.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like even Avatar.
Oh, that was bad too.
Really
with,
bad.
M. Night Shyamalan.
But aren't they? They're doing another one.
They are. Yeah.
Is it Netflix that's doing it? I think.
Is it Netflix? Yeah, Netflix. Yeah. They got the cast.
I think. No, I don't think they have. Do they have the whole cast? Because I saw the one cast for Uncle.
Oh no! I saw the team, like the core team, like Avatar. They didn't say who's who yet. They just
Okay,
released
so they
the
announced
photo.
they showed off one of them, one who's playing the uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, they showed the whole team, but they just didn't say who's who. Like the picture I saw is like a group of kids hugging each other, and they're like, the Avatar cast got announced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's like they didn't say like who was playing Avatar and stuff. Actually, no. You know what? The best live action adaptation is the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, but that's not really.
I mean, I was just reaching here. You know what I mean? Like what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, there's no options.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the old superhero shows, like the Flash, like the old ones? I was like really into it.
Ones?
Yeah, there's like back in the day there was like a Flash one where he's like a full-on man. They also did like Captain America back in the day too.
Like how back in the day we talking about?
Like I was like a little kid, like 1980, something like that.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was at Video 99, and I would like rent them.
Yeah, I don't think the only thing I was really watched like back in the day stuff would be like all the different types of Superman things.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was
like. Who's that guy?
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
So I watched those Supermans. Then
I never gravitate towards.
I even like got into
Superman.
like the 50s radio shows.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah.
Listening to Superman?
Yeah, just listening to them. Like how they would do the action of like him flying.
Yeah,
or, like
yeah.
the sound effect. It's like. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's so
it's
funny.
so funny.
It's so weird when you think about how far stuff has come. Like, I remember like the Christopher Reeve one, and it was just so poorly made.
For our standard.
For now.
Yeah,
you
for
mean?
today's
Yeah.
standard. It's like,
But like it was amazing back in the day, and like those were actually, it's so funny. I was on a walk with Tara this morning with Athena, and then I was like, oh, Athena looks like Marty McFly. And then I was like, do you know who Marty McFly is? And she's like, no. And I was like, Back to the Future, you've never seen it? She's like, I don't watch old terrible movies. And I was like, no, it's a classic. But then in my head I was like, no, it's a terrible movie. But like to today's standards, like you were saying, it was just a classic to us because we grew up with it. But in reality, it's like, if you actually compare it, it's not a good movie compared to today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's why you can't compare things to today. It's like for that time.
It was for that time.
It worked for that time.
You have to hold it with its nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that holds. The Matrix kind of holds up over time, but you don't have iPhones, so you're kind of like
Yeah, it's still.
It holds up because it was like in that zone where it's starting to get good at graphics.
But you can still tell.
You can still tell. Yeah, it's still not amazing. We really lived through some crazy. Honestly, like I feel like on my deathbed, I'm going to be like, wow, we lived through the wildest time of like the development of technology. I guess like technically too, like people like Joe Rogan, right? He was like born in 1960 or whatever. Like our parents, right? They witness this too, and they probably think it's crazy, but like they'll die out before it gets really crazy. Like I feel like the future is going to be so gnarly. Like we're going to have like colonies on Mars or something. By the time we die, I mean,
right.
like we'll be like on our deathbed. But what will be the disruptive technology going forward? See, all right. The problem is with people that are like our parents' age. It's like it's cool. They're like, wow, that's amazing, but they didn't integrate it. Like I don't know any technologically savvy 50 or 60-year-old.
Right.
Like nobody.
Yeah.
But technologically savvy 30-year-olds, which is like in our age range, right? So it's like we really grew up with the integration of this technology.
Yeah.
But then the next generation will have not known what it's like without this.
Yeah.
So it's like to them it's a standard. So there's no like disruptive technology in their time. Everything's disruptive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Because technology is just straight disruptive, right? But like watching those old movies, it's funny because like watching like The Post, right? You could just straight up lie to people because nobody knew what the truth was. Nobody has Google. Nobody has like photos that they brought over. There's no like iPhone. You can't be like, hey, person in Vietnam, send me a photo of what the war looks like. You know what I mean? You just get told it and you assume that that's true.
Yeah.
But then like that, like there was a huge disruption with the integration of our technology. But like to people who are young now, if they watch The Post, they're like, this is so archaic. Why didn't they just have, you know what I mean? Like they don't know a time without tech, which I think is so weird. Yeah. Wait, what do you think the next disruptive tech will be? Metaverse?
Well, you can't really tell where it goes, right? You can have ideas.
That's true, just like the internet. No, but like there's nothing actually technically. All right, so remember like early 2000s, everyone's like the dot-com bubble. So they all knew that was gonna be disruptive tech. So like maybe the disruptive tech now is the Bitcoin and the metaverse because everyone's talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know though.
I don't think so.
Time will tell.
I mean, with the Bitcoin thing, it's just
the fundamental issue.
The fundamental issue is that there's no real value in it.
No value, yeah.
So that's why
But that's what they said about the internet too. There's like, who's gonna want to search things online?
Yeah, but
remember even
if you can find a way to make money out of it, right? So that's
true.
what it was.
Fair point. There is a fundamental value, which is like people want knowledge.
Yeah.
I remember when we were younger and it's like you can't Google your answers when you're writing essays.
Yeah.
And now it's all about Googling. It's like, just find me an article.
Yeah.
You know, before it was like, don't trust anything you read online.
Yeah, that's.
You're like, oh,
but it's
God,
actually
fine.
it's more relevant today than I would say.
It's more
than then.
It's more up to the minute. Like okay, so a textbook gets published like every 2 or 3 years, right? Or 5 years, something,
Sure.
right? Because people have to write it. Whereas like if something changes overnight, you'll have to wait 5 years for them to write about it in a textbook.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you can just see it right away online.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you're trying to say is like the internet is the most cutting edge of cutting edge, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but also like if you don't understand certain things, so for instance, published research papers
Oh yeah.
are like peer-reviewed stuff.
Right.
But you can
a
find
lot of
things.
misinformation. You mean?
Yeah, but like you can find things where it's like where someone will show like this is the research, but actually it hasn't been peer-reviewed yet. It's being sent for peer review.
Right.
So like there might be changes, or this whole thing is wrong based on whatever the peer review stuff happens. But if you're reading I think it's called like
the white paper.
Yeah. If you're reading it already, it's like people think that's true, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, totally. Yeah.
So like right there, thinking it's research, but it's not.
Right, which feeds right into the other topic for this week, the Kyle Ritner thing.
Yeah. So
you were saying it's like all based off misinformation, like you were telling me this week.
Well, so not the Kyle Rittenhouse situation itself is based on misinformation. I'm saying the original thing was people were out protesting. The reason they were protesting was a total misunderstanding of what exactly happened in the case of a cops shooting a black guy or killing the black guy, right? That caused the protests, which, like, came down to Kyle Rittenhouse self-defense, killing 2 people.
Yeah.
And wounding someone else.
So
one other person.
It's fascinating that it sparked from like a seed of lie. It's like a misinformation thing.
But this is the issue with breaking news.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like it's breaking news, a person got killed from a cop. But we don't know why that happened.
Totally, yeah.
And then if you assume it's based on all cops are bad and thus you have to do this, then these things are happening, right? It trickles down from misinformation and it leads to all these things.
Right, which is a crazy feedback loop, because also at the end of the day, I didn't even know, like me personally, didn't even know who this guy was. And then it just started bleeding my feed of like, oh, this guy's on trial. This guy's like, what are we talking about here? Like, who is this guy? I don't remember him, right? So it's like, then that's feeding into more misinformation towards me, where it's like, this whole like this, like we were talking about this week about like the black bias and white bias in the judicial system, right? So now that's bleeding my feed. All of this sparked from one thing, which is the cop killing years ago, right? But like nobody's paying attention to other things that are happening in the media, and I feel like right now we're in this echo chamber of like whatever's the main thing everyone's talking about is the thing we need to all be focused on, because it keeps us quote unquote woke. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not paying attention to this trial. Like, this is a race battle trial. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but if you had no social media, if you had no thing, you wouldn't have paid attention to this really. Like, sure, it's like on the news, but like it really speaks to the idea of like what relevant news sources are you ingesting information from? Because the other thing that's going on right now is the Ghislaine Maxwell one that nobody's covering, and it's like that one's really important because that one's the trial of
Jeffrey Epstein,
who had that whole sex ring, but nobody's talking about that. So it's like, why aren't they talking about that? Is this Kyle thing a red herring to like throw us all off the track of this other thing?
I wouldn't think so.
No, right, but it's like it's not intentional, but its ramifications are evident. So like we're all like looking at this thing,
Yep.
like the Kyle thing, but we're all not looking at this other thing only because of information access. If the news isn't talking about it, is it real?
But it's not necessarily about the news not talking about it. If the audience isn't wanting to hearing that.
But you can't know that. No. So this is the assumption that the audience drives news. But what I'm saying is the news drives the audience, because that's how marketing works, right? Like the Post worked like that too. If they didn't put it in the newspaper, you wouldn't know about it, so you wouldn't care. Nobody's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody's like, tell me more about this.
Yeah.
How can you ask for something you don't even know is a thing that's happening?
Yeah, that's like investigative reporting stuff, right?
That's what I mean, right?
Yeah, but this is more like breaking news, where it's more like, this is people wanting to hear. This is what people want to talk about.
But again, that's the assumption. But I'm saying it's like they're telling us what is breaking news. If they switched it, like breaking news, Ghislaine Maxwell is on trial, people would be like, "Oh shoot, she's on trial," and then we'd all herd towards that.
Yeah.
Because that's we are, like herd animals.
Yeah. Well, right now the big thing is like Black Lives Matter stuff, right? So that's why it's on the top of the news. Right.
But it's like, is that
like nobody's talking about Jeffrey Epstein stuff? That was a couple years ago, whatever it was.
But same with the Kyle thing. It was like a couple years ago.
No, the case just happened now.
But same with the Ghislaine Maxwell thing.
Yeah, the case is just starting for hers.
But no, so you're saying that in the coming weeks we're all gonna
like this? The verdict just came.
What?
The Kyle Rittenhouse verdict just came now.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to get any bigger for
Ghislaine.
Yeah.
True. We'll see. We'll see. If it doesn't, then that tells you something. It's like, oh, why are they not highlighting this media thing?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I saw, but I still, even though you say that, it's like, but we still saw the news of someone talking about why we're not talking about this. So that means we are talking about this.
No. That's only because I'm following anti-mainstream stuff. Like on mainstream, I didn't see it there. I saw it on like Enlightened Goku, which is
I saw her case starting on mainstream.
CNN or something.
No, like CP24. Like I have their.
Oh really?
I have their Twitter.
Oh okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't.
I had their Twitter. Like they're gonna mention these things in the news. It's just like what's gonna get more coverage, right?
Right. No. But okay, do you remember Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
The movie. It's like if it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
Yes. So like that's what I mean. That's like the media is it's sort of like the media started as an altruistic way to provide information to the general public. But now media has become a means to satiate our bloodlust. You know what I mean? It's like they're selling to us through the media. It's not a means to educate anymore, which is why it started. It's more about like,
depending on which media, I guess, right? It's like there's certain things with broadcast media. It's like that because you just want to hit.
You just said it though. It's like, well, we care about it, but it's like, no, we'll only care about the things they tell us to care about. Really though, like, because if they're not reporting on it, how can you care about it? You can't care about something you don't know about. So it's up to them.
Yeah.
To tell us what's important.
It's a mixed game. Yeah, it's just like sometimes one can lead to the other too, right? So like.
But I think the gatekeepers are the media, though. That's what I'm saying. Because like they have all the power to broadcast it. The only reason why I saw this Ghislaine Maxwell thing is I'm following somebody who takes it upon themselves to report on other things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I saw that one on.
But how
CP24's
Twitter?
It
constantly getting like how many times did you see it? Like one time? Was it like
because the case started just now?
Yeah. But like, is there any updates?
So there was an article on the case starting. Yeah, if you want to look for updates, there are probably updates there.
Okay, right. But no, right, totally. But it's like that. What I'm saying is like relative percentage. So it's like, okay, there's like 20 tweets on Kyle, 1 tweet on.
Yeah, because the verdict for him just came out, right?
No, but right.
And then what is the reactions from those verdict? Or there's more protests happening, or like these things.
But what I'm saying is like you said you saw 1, right? So it's like, okay, 1, but then if we count how many they have of the other guy, if there's a large majority for the other guy, then you could see it swayed. It's like just because you saw it once doesn't mean it's like, oh, they're even, because like 1 to 10 is not even.
Yeah, but 1 is just starting and 1 is, and the verdict just came. Right?
Yeah, that's why I said we'll see in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Because that'll be really telling if like they just don't even care about it. Because then it makes you question other things, like is it because they're purchased by higher outlets? Because like remember Bill Clinton was caught with that guy That's why he divorced his wife.
A lot of the top people were coming.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, right?
Sorry. Yeah. Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of people were caught with that guy. But it was pretty genius. I was listening to Lex Friedman. He was saying a lot of top scientists were actually photographed with that guy, but only because he's a huge donor.
Yeah,
so a lot of people that didn't know him, like his other side.
Yeah, it just doesn't mean because you're photographed with him, depending on where where that photograph was taken, though, right? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Like the guy, Prince.
The Prince.
The Prince. So that guy's more
exactly
involved.
So why are we not talking about that, bro? Like.
Well, it was. He did.
No, we
the
were. Yeah,
FBI, or was it the FBI or someone, like wanting him to come to talk, or I forgot what the situation exactly
in
was.
America?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They sent him the thing, but he's not gonna.
Yeah.
His lawyers are like, no, he's not doing.
Yeah.
He's not talking.
Interesting.
So it's like I read that news too, right? It was there big time when it's like,
yeah,
he's connected to the royals, right?
Do you think? Like, speaking of disruptive technologies again, it's weird to think that a lot of stuff was easily gotten away with before there was the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this whole Jeffrey Epstein stuff all happened before the internet.
Yeah.
And now, within what? I know I said 20 years before. It was actually 30 years. I just did the math wrong. Because it started like 93, and we're at 2022 almost.
Yeah.
So within like 30 years, look how much is undone. You know, like they probably thought they had a whole system. You know, I'll never get caught for this, blah, blah, blah.
No, that's true too. I mean, even like very old cases, then DNA technology came.
Exactly.
And that changed for a lot of people who were wrongly convicted.
Yeah.
And the DNA exonerated them, right?
You have to say that like the internet and technology is like the most enlightening period of our time. Like we are literally in the age of enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we like hearing that, it sounds so like new age, but it's not. It's really like we're seeing a lot of stuff get brought before our eyes and realizing, oh, this is not the right way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Bill Gates thing was crazy. Like his wife leaving him because of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. It's like, whoa, yeah, you can't hide your secrets forever, kind of thing. You know,
mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to see what kind of world we have going forward after all this.
Yeah, I mean, it is the like even it's affecting in China. So like the Me Too stuff, there was something that happened in China.
Oh, really?
To like a super tennis star.
Okay, but also like they're in a hugely communist country, so like they can
no.
nip things in the bud.
What
so
was
easily.
very interesting, what happened was, I think it was a couple weeks ago when she announced that something happened between her and I think coach, or I don't know what it was.
Okay.
Then she
vanished.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a problem.
And then
she came back.
And then it became a big news. Like, okay, where is she? Blah blah blah. And then I think they at the state media or the state media of China like said like, oh, she's doing fine. She's something else, like resting. I don't know, something like that. And then I think just today when I read it on the news, like in their English state media news said like she was pictured playing tennis or signing tennis balls to kids or something like that. Okay. So it's like, but they said they're trying to say like they don't know where she is and stuff like that. Like it's
interesting
because with when it first happened, it was like, okay, we gotta like boycott the Winter Olympics in Beijing, and all these sort of things were affecting them. So it's kind of like what's gonna come out of this is another situation too. Like, is she free or is she like?
Yeah. But see, that's the thing too. We're also looking at it through the filter of the internet, so we don't know what's true or false. Yeah. You know, and then
over there, it's only like she has no freedom to really. She like herself hasn't said anything. It's been from state media.
Exactly. Probably took away her phone or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like that's pretty scary to think about too. Like in those communist countries, to be like such a war is going on for like truth and freedom and like knowledge and understanding. Like, I mean, I'm sure that it's been happening throughout time, but the internet's making it more visible to everyone.
Mm-hmm. And instantly too.
Instantly visible. Yeah, you're right. Because people are like, where is she?
Mm-hmm.
And then, release this photo of her signing balls, and then people are like, oh, she's fine. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It's all about like,
I think it's harder for
management.
them with the outside world, but like internally they can control that information, right?
Yeah,
so like,
exactly,
so internally the people don't know anything about this.
Exactly. But it goes back to the media thing. Like I was saying, they're the gatekeepers. If you don't report on it, did it happen?
Yeah.
Like how can you define public interest if you don't tell them what's
I think
important?
the early thing I saw with there was a doc on, I think, HBO, like with the COVID stuff too.
Yeah, okay.
Internally they don't realize how many people actually died.
Exactly. So is it important? Do people want to know about it? Well, would it be important if nobody is reporting on it?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't even know to ask the question. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of power is placed on the media.
Yeah.
They're like the gatekeepers for everything. Like unless you do your own research, but who really has time for that, you know?
Yeah, I think that goes. What I was trying to say was like people are more likely to just buy hysterics. What was it?
Heuristics.
Heuristics.
Yeah.
That we're rather just consume headline news than actually read the news.
Yeah.
This is too much information.
Totally. So the thing you're talking about, just to clarify for anyone listening, is the idea that we run through life using heuristics, and heuristics are like biased guesses.
And like these are like evolutionary stuff.
Evolutionary things. It's like if you look at a yellow banana and a brown banana, you're not going to analyze both. You're just going to make the decision yellow's better than brown.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Right? But that's a subjective bias based off your past experience.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving throughout life using guesses, and the media knows that, so they're using like headlines to give us quick heuristics.
Yeah.
You know, and that's shaping our.
But no one's going to take the 2 minutes and read the article to actually see what's
about. But you can't, exactly.
But it's not like it's not
with everything.
It's not. Yeah.
You literally can't do that with everything in life. You just not move. You need to, like, people are like, oh, we should get rid of all of our biases. Impossible. You can't do that.
Right. And I think that like the idea with the breaking news or these kinds of headlines is the intention was to grab your attention and read the article.
Yeah, but it's
like if everyone is just doing headlines.
Yeah, totally.
Then you're just going to read the headlines.
Because nobody's got time to like really look into that. I think the best thing you do is like, oh, how do I... This actually comes from David Chang, the restaurant guy, because I saw his Hot Ones thing. They were like, with the restaurant culture because of COVID, like support local business. So the host, Sean Evans, was like, how do you support local businesses during this like restaurant crisis, right? And what he was saying is like, you can't support everyone, just choose like 2 or 3 and just only go to those.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the news we were just talking about. It's like you can't consume all information. Just assume that you don't know what that thing is, and then only focus on a couple things you're very sure about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't know everything, and you can't look into everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is a problem. Which it kind of segues into, like, because we're talking about social media. I was thinking about this a couple of days ago. This was actually such a mind blow for me. You know Logan Paul and Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Okay, social media stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now they're like the biggest names in like boxing right now, because they're like boxing all these people, right? Like
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. Like they're so like world known. I'm assuming they're world known.
Okay.
In Western world, they're known, right? People know them as the hated brothers, right? Drake is the exact same person. Drake started off with on Degrassi, and look how far he came. He's now like the most popular star in history.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at him as like a kid on Degrassi, you would have never thought about that. It's sort of like Justin Timberlake or Britney Spears or Logan and Jake Paul. You know what I mean? It's like, that's really trippy to think about. We look at people as like stars but we don't realize that they were made in a machine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the only ones that I can give, like, I could say don't really follow that trend, but they're super famous, like Kendrick Lamar. He's just been hustling at his craft forever. But if you look at the people that were a part of like the machine, like Disney Channel or, you know what I mean? It's the machine. Then they get pumped through this machine and they become like world famous. You know, we don't realize that he makes good music, totally, but we don't realize that like the world's biggest musician, Drake, is a manufactured person.
Okay.
Because he's from like, he was from Degrassi.
Yeah.
Then he got signed under Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? It's like, and I listened to his like come up, like I was listening to his like his explanation of how he became who he is, and it's all a methodical process for him. He has like these like managers that like help guide his like decision to make him bigger and bigger. That's why he's a part of like the Raptors stadium now. Right? Like if you know, like the Raptors, you see the OVO logo, and then I saw like there's a collaboration between UFT and OVO. But these are all strategic decisions that he made with his team to make him sell his brand really big. Yeah. But we don't, you don't connect the dots, which is so trippy because you look, I'm like, oh my God, it's Drake. But it's like, no, he was made that way. You know? It's like.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was trippy. You probably don't think it's trippy, but like, I think it's super trippy because like we're buying into an image that's doctored heavily.
Yeah, but it's just an image. All these things are images anyways, right? Like anything.
No, but like people like Kendrick Lamar, just really good at his craft. You know, he doesn't post on social media, but when he drops an album, it's, oh my God, this is so sick. You know, it's like, there's no...
Yeah, no, there's the art versus there are very few people that are like that.
That's what I mean, right? Yeah,
but most things are engineered to be a certain way, right? Like
engineered to be popular.
Yeah.
Which again goes back to the whole media thing. It's like the media is the gatekeeper to what we're aware of or what we care about, you know? Because like, how do you go from like somebody like Kendrick who doesn't post on social media? We never seen him. He drops one song with Baby Keem, and then it's like, oh my God, this song's so good, because the song is really good, but like letting the art speak for itself, not the mechanism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like Drake is a brand. He's not really like he's an artist, of course, but like he's more of a brand than an artist.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's so trippy to think about like people like loving him so much, but it's like, no, but that was engineered to be that way. Yeah. It's like, what is real? I don't know. You know, like what's genuine, honest? Am I being played here? That's my real question. It's like, am I being played here? Why do we care about Jake Paul and Logan Paul fighting Mike Tyson? You know, why did he beat up Tyron Woodley? Why do we care about this? Am I being played?
Well, yeah, they're all trying to just grab your attention.
Right? Isn't that so trippy? It's like, we live in that attention economy now.
Yeah, that's what,
But then artists who like don't really do that, like Kendrick Lamar. That's why I'm like, he's the real GOAT, because like he just doesn't say. Dave Chappelle, another GOAT, doesn't post on social media. Yeah, but he's amazing.
But his main audience is like us in our.
Yeah, it's not like that's why he's not like world renowned.
Yeah,
people know him, but like people who really understand the craft are like, he's the GOAT. But then when I hear people like Drake's the GOAT, it's like, but he's manufactured. Like it's like. Right. He's the GOAT of business. Like he's a genius businessman.
Right.
You know? But like in terms of the craft, I don't know. Like because we also don't like.
Well, I don't listen to him.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. Yeah. But I'm saying like, cause he won the Artist of the Decade award. That's why.
Yeah.
So he's like bigger than Michael Jackson or something. He's had more streams. He's like the most popular person in the history of music. Statistically, looking at stats.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, but stats are just stats. You know what I mean? Like billboard placements.
It's a bit weird to is it
let me give you an example. When Certified Lover Boy is coming out, he started putting billboards everywhere. You know, like in Atlanta, he's like, or New York, he's like the best rapper alive is on Certified Lover Boy. Right? I was like, that's genius marketing. But other artists like Kendrick, who won't put out marketing like that, they just put out the craft. It's like, well, is it really good?
Yeah.
but it's not popular because people aren't saying, yo, it's popular. You know what I mean? Like such a herd mentality of us to be like, oh, I like this. Why do you like it? Because everyone likes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? It's like, is Drake's album good?
There's a Key and Peele thing that I always remember.
Okay.
Where it was like, you're all reviewing a movie or something.
Okay.
But then you don't want to tell your real opinion because you're going to be different from everybody else.
Exactly.
And then like that was like the thing about it.
And but that feeds into like the Kyle Ridner thing that, well, I don't know his last name, but the Kyle thing and like the marketing thing.
But you can't really tell your true statements.
You can't tell your true statements
because you're afraid that you're going to be
judged for it or like ostracized for it. Like, ew, you don't like the new Drake album?
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. It's just more and more like robot mentality.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I always tried to be different, like I think I always felt like that. Like I never liked Drake. Like I kept saying that, right? Or like other things too.
He has good songs though. I mean, like I do like some songs. I'll admit that. Certified Lover Boy was definitely better than Donda.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Like they were trying to make Donda hype, but it's like, no, Donda's trash, bro.
But the Donda thing, did it even have the same marketing?
He tried his best for marketing. Kanye, he rented out the Staples Center. Yeah. And then he like everyone's like, oh my god, he did his own concert.
I know. But he did that even for like the album before that too. Like the gospel one.
He's always trying to be extra.
Yeah.
He's all about marketing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, really does the
there's levels to it. Sure, like it was bad.
Everyone that said Donda was good, you're lying, bro. Lying. Because I see like these musical people, and they're like, when the whole Drake versus Kanye thing was happening, like Donda versus Certified Lover Boy, everyone's like, oh, Drake has better melodies, but Kanye has better lyrics or whatever, and you're like, what are you talking about?
But it all works.
It all works here. Right?
It all works, right?
Made me stream it.
Like, do you remember? It was like 50 Cent versus Kanye.
Oh yeah.
It was just, it doesn't matter who's better. It was, you're gonna listen to both.
Right.
That was the point. And it worked.
Right, it does work.
It was just to create more news on it.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Kanye versus blah blah blah. It's like it's not a real thing. There's no real verses. We made that, or they made it to create more attention.
You're right, yeah.
To the thing, so that you can listen.
Which is funny because right now, like there was like the Kanye versus Drake thing, so they had like some beef, and then they squashed that beef. They're posting together on social media. I'm like, okay, is it real?
Because it's a fake thing. The rivalry creates the attention around it,
right?
Thus creating more media around it.
Right.
That's paying more attention around it than you're going to be listening to those music or album. It's just free marketing.
For sure.
Like the media becomes free marketing in that way.
For sure. Yeah. Which is, again, so funny because it's like if you just look at people who are really putting out good music, like Kendrick Lamar, it's like, why is this not more popular? Mm-hmm. Because nobody's talking about it. Like it's really the corporate machine, to tell us what we like and we don't like.
Yeah.
Because of that.
And then are you going to be brave enough to actually say like that you don't like this?
Like, what do you mean you didn't like Donda, bro? What? Mm-hmm. Or like Life of Pablo. How'd you not like Life of Pablo, bro? Like, oh my god, his last albums were trash, bro. His only good one was the first one. Yeah. Do you have a rapper GOAT list? Do you have like a
GOAT list?
Not like a list, like top 3 rappers, something top 5.
No, I just have top 1.
Eminem. Yeah. I'm surprised you don't like Jay-Z. I put Jay-Z as number 1. I mean,
but I was a bit different listening to music. It was more like I'll just stick to these people. Like I don't.
Right. Okay.
You're
like,
really listening to
like
others.
fan loyal.
Yeah.
But I hear like a lot of like.
But I did like to Watch the Throne. But there was only some songs on there I liked. I think Jay-Z and Kanye.
Right. It's not. Okay, that's a great statement. I would say, okay, if you look at the body of work, mm-hmm. like relative, mm-hmm. right? Kendrick is number 1. Every single album has been amazing, right? because he puts a lot of thought and effort into it, right? But he's only got like 4 albums or something, 3 albums, right? 3 albums, 1, 2, 3, 4 albums, something like that. So relative to his body of work, I guess you could say he's number 1, but Jay-Z's number 1 because like he puts so many hits out that are like classics, you know, but his albums aren't very good. Like I tried listening full through to an album. I was like, oh man, it's trash. Yeah.
So the new ones or the old
ones?
one? You mean the old ones, right?
All of it, because he has like 20 albums. Or something like that. So I tried to like listen to him, like, oh, these aren't that good. But
they were
a
like
good rapper.
they were structured differently before too, and you were like you're in a deal and stuff, right? Like recording deal, whatever it is. Like you have to have certain amount of songs.
Yeah, totally.
You have to have these types of songs.
Yeah.
Like those are the stuff back in the day.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like in
like
terms
this
of
will
classics,
be this song will be a specific radio hit. Or this one.
Exactly,
like
yeah, before. But see, that's why I like Kendrick, because it's like all of his were conceptual albums.
Because there's no more of that, right? There's no like necessarily, you don't need to worry about radio play.
Yes, you're right, but it's his label. So he even has a line on Future's album, Mask Off. The song Mask Off, he has a line where he's like, how'd you let backpack rapper get so famous or something like that, something about that. And basically what he was saying is like every single album he made consciously, like to send a message, and everything was like a thematic album, right? He didn't care. He's like, there is no club hit he's trying to hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's only because his label is a really crap label. Like he's under like a very independent style label, so they didn't really care.
Okay.
You know? But I get what you're saying, though. Like, that is why Jay-Z's albums aren't that good, because they probably were like, you need this kind of music, you need this one, we need to sell a song to this, and like... Actually, you know what? During this conversation, I'm going to put Kendrick's number 1. Yeah, no, Jay-Z number 2 now. Because you're right. It's like, he did fall under that. Not everything is perfect. He just has a lot of classics.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't listen to, like, all the songs of any like full album. I just do random stuff, right? So it's like
right.
So there's artists I like. It's like, but this is, I think Eminem is just because I grew up with that, right? So there's another
brand loyal.
Yeah. But there's like, there's certain songs from 50 Cent, but I haven't listened to anything recently.
His only good album was Get Rich or Die Trying. I can listen to that one full and like no stopping.
Right.
Then when the second one came out, I was like, ew, it's kind of weird. Like Candy Shop, like what are you doing?
Yeah. But those are radio hits, right?
That's
those
what
are
I mean.
like huge.
So he's trying to hit the, but that's why I'm like, a true artist, somebody who doesn't care about that, like Kendrick again, is like Kendrick's
but sometimes
albums,
no, but like there's levels to it, right? It's like music was a thing, but no, maybe his like number 1 thing, right? So like he's 50 Cent. I'm talking 50 Cent. Like now he's like
means to make money.
Yeah, and now he's like doing his own shows. Like his own production
TV shows,
and TV shows. I think that's what he really wanted to do.
Yeah, I think so too.
And like now he's doing that.
Jay-Z's
right?
an investor.
Yeah. So it's like you're getting to a point where what you really like. These are things you like doing, but you're mainly trying to get out of them.
They got you in the door.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't even care anymore. Yeah, fair point. I could see that.
Right, and then sometimes like
that's why I like Kendrick, because he didn't cave to that.
Yeah,
but I mean that's also why he doesn't have any other ventures. Although he did start a new
venture. But that's what I'm saying. Like his
like
main thing was
music. Yeah.
Right. So it's like the other ones are like his one, like 50 Cent, the first album, really good because that was him. Then the other ones are like you're contracted to do another 3 albums. It's like it's like you're not really caring about these other ones now as much.
So I don't think Kendrick's under that. Like that kind of thing where it's like you have to put out 10 albums or something. He's because his label, I don't think they don't do that.
So it's more like more of a love for his project.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's why it takes forever for him to freaking come out. It's like every 4 years it's like, oh, there's an album. Yeah, okay, I see that point. Yeah, it's more of a business tool to them.
Yeah,
that's true. Do you want to quickly talk about Spider-Man? Last thing.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So I watched the trailer again. And
again? Okay.
Yeah.
The American one?
Yeah, the American one. So remember, like, the thing about like, what was it, crocodile? Croc?
Yeah, Croc. I think it's Croc.
He got punched in the face. I was looking specifically at that scene. No, they don't have that there. So it was the Brazil one that that they released.
Right.
That messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there is 3 Spider-Men. And then I saw this guy released a day ago. It's like the real trailer they wanted to put out, and then it's like it shows all the Spider-Men in that scene, and like
yeah.
You saw it too?
Yeah. Like an image of it. Yeah.
No, a full video.
No, I didn't see the video. I saw
it was like a day ago. Because I was trying to look for the trailer.
Yeah.
So, and then
I don't know if all 3 are going to be there though.
I feel like they are.
Maybe like Tobey Maguire might be a surprise, but I feel like Andrew Garfield more likely than.
No, I'm betting they're all there.
Yeah, there's just been no news about Tobey, but I don't know.
No, yeah, and there's been a lot of things that they were saying, like because of this trailer, they were saying like, I saw this one where it's like the multiple ways that the Thanos trailer tricked you,
right?
And they're trying to say like Spider-Man's trying to trick you here. Yeah. It's not. You're not actually. It's not actually just one Spider-Man. You know, Toby has to be in it.
Yeah.
He has to because
I know, but I know. But there was like more talk with Andrew Garfield, like in the recent news,
though, because that thing got leaked. That image. They might just CGI Toby. I could see that. Just like they CGI'd what's his name? The guy played Electro. Oh,
Jamie Foxx?
Yeah. They CGI'd him.
He's not in it?
He is in it. But like when I looked at the scene, it was like a very heavily CGI'd Jamie Foxx. Yeah. And he had like the more cartoony version of Electro. Like Jamie Foxx's old Electro was more like he was blue. Remember that? But in the cartoon, Electro actually has like a thunderbolts on his face, like yellow. Okay. It's like a mask. Right. So they went with that version. I like it, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, it seems to be good. But
and I think that because of what they talked about, like because of Tom Holland's thing, he was saying how, well, one, he doesn't want to be Spider-Man into his 30s. He's 25 right now, and he also doesn't want. He doesn't think it's a good time to be Spider-Man for him. He's like, we should pump Miles Morales. So my prediction is that they're probably going to kill him off at the end of, or not kill him off. He'll probably fall into like a universe and then get like lost. Actually, they did that in the TV show too. Mary Jane fell into a wormhole, and then she was like lost in time. So what if they did that for Tom Holland?
I was thinking like that scene where she was falling. Is that the same kind of thing? Like,
yeah, maybe she falls into a wormhole. Oh. And they were saying like the third act, they had to rewrite it.
Okay.
Because Tom Holland's like, I don't like this. Let's change this. So they rewrote it and shot it. So maybe we could see like Miles Morales come next.
Makes sense.
What if like that's what this one is?
I mean, I think it makes real sense to do that now. Yeah.
Especially with what's going on. And like Tom Holland understanding that, he's like, well, I don't want to be it when I'm 30. Plus, like, this is a better time for more ethnic Spider-Man. Which is pretty interesting because they chose like the 2 biggest minorities in America, black and Mexican. His parents, right? Are black and Mexican. Yeah. So it's like a fusion. Yo, what if it isn't just 4 what if it's not just 3 Spider-Man? What if there's 4?
What introduction of Miles Morales?
Yo. Then we're just straight giving up on the new the whole new Marvel. Remember we were saying like we're waiting for certain Marvel ones to come out because we don't really care about the new ones. If they introduce Miles Morales and then the Miles Morales solo film is trash, it's game over for Marvel. But maybe, could you imagine they introduce him in this one?
Yeah.
I could see that. All right, our prediction. Miles Morales is coming out of this one and Tobey Maguire is gone.
So no Tobey Maguire.
Oh, sorry. What's his name? Tom Holland. Sorry, T and T. Toby.
Okay.
Tom. I got confused.
So his last movie is Spider-Man.
I think so. I wouldn't be surprised. He falls through a different universe, and they're like, "No, Tom." I almost said Toby. Or maybe at the end of this, he's coaching Miles Morales.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's like, no. Okay, I'm calling this one. You know how he didn't like everyone knowing he's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to turn back time. He's not. They're going Doctor Strange is not going to turn back time. Is going to turn back time. Everyone's going to forget he's Spider-Man. He's not going to be Spider-Man anymore, and Miles Morales is going to be taking up the mantle. He's like, I don't want this. That's the main message of the story. He doesn't want it anymore.
Right.
All right, what do you think? What do you think is more likely? Wormhole or he gives it up?
I think he gives it up. Makes more sense.
Yeah, that's true. Because you'd want him to return, I guess, and like other things. If he wormholes out, then it's like game over. We're never seeing that guy again.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do it like that.
All right, fine. He goes and lives with Mary Jane. He chooses, like at the end of this movie, it's like the choice. Do you want... Because that's what they said, like the only time I felt normal is when you found out I was Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to choose to give it all up for Mary Jane, and then Miles Morales will take over. Do you realize we'd never seen the Spider-Man origin story? We didn't know if he got bit by a spider or not. He just showed up. Even the first Spider-Man, he was already Spider-Man. Yeah, you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, yeah. They never showed him get bit by the spider and then become Spider-Man. Did they? No, they didn't.
In Homecoming?
No, he was already Spider-Man. Because that came after Iron Man.
Yeah.
His first appearance was in Iron Man. He was in Avengers.
Yeah.
He didn't have a solo film.
Didn't have an intro film. Because at this point, you didn't need an intro film. We know how he turned into Spider-Man.
Exactly. So, what if they turned back the clock to before he was even bitten by a spider? All right, now I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I don't think they're going back in time.
Oh, yeah. They're just erasing everyone's memory.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Okay, so they're going to erase everyone's memory. And then he's not going to be Spider-Man anymore.
Probably.
All right, that's the prediction. Yeah, you're right. Wormhole's too drastic. Like, we're going to kill him? Like, come on, bro. Was he Tony Stark? You know? Then they have the final scene where everyone's crying again. They're like,
right.
No, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Till next time. Yeah, next week. Here we go.
Yep.
Pray for me. I have a dentist appointment this week.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm so scared. But it is what it is. All right. Next week, nothing's coming out. I'm going to watch House of Gucci, though, Wednesday.
Are you watching it on Wednesday?
Yeah. But that's more for me. Like, I didn't know you guys are not into that at all.
No, it looks cool, but I'm not really into watching that in theaters.
King Richard.
Not really into that in theaters.
Yeah, same.
Maybe I might be watching Ghostbusters after.
I'm not into that. All right, so I guess no movie review next week. We'll see. We got something. All right, take it easy, Vish.
Peace.
Bye. All right, hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors, Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, Vish.
Peace.